So here's a really interesting story related to South Korea, and in this case it's about possible unification of Korea, which is something that we don't really talk about here very much. Anyway, so here's the story. Again, I'm going to read 3 different paragraphs, and I'm going to teach you 3 different expressions or phrases or vocabulary from each of those paragraphs, okay? So here we go. Seoul proposes Korean unification tax by Christian Oliver from the Financial Times. Lee Myung-bak, South Korea's president, proposed an unexpected new tax on Sunday to fund the future cost of unification with North Korea. Tensions on the peninsula have run particularly high since South Korea accused the North of sinking one of its warships, the Cheonan, in March. Unification has not been under discussion, and the proposal marks a significant change in tone for Mr. Lee, who had until now treated integration as an extremely distant and theoretical concept. The time has come to start discussing pragmatic policies, Mr. Lee said in a speech to mark the 65th anniversary of the peninsula's liberation from Japanese rule. Reunification will definitely come. Okay, so the first paragraph. Lee Myung-bak, South Korea's president, proposed an unexpected new tax. Proposed. So just propose, right? Same as regular proposing. I'm going to suggest something, make a big suggestion for something, okay? New tax on Sunday to fund the future cost of unification with North Korea. Tensions on the peninsula. So tensions in this case, okay? So tensions with an S. So it just means exactly what you think, tension, but it's between people, okay, or between countries or whatever. So tensions between something. So tensions on the peninsula, meaning Korean peninsula, of course, have run particularly high. So here's the third one from the first paragraph. Have run particularly high. Tensions have run high. You'll hear this a lot. Something has been running high. That means that it's been at a very extreme high level for a long time, okay? So tensions have been at a very high level in this case, have run particularly high, so especially high. So since South Korea accused the North of sinking one of its warships, the Cheonan, in March. Paragraph 2. Unification has not been under discussion. So under discussion. So has not been something that we've been talking about, okay? Nothing we've been talking about. And the proposal marks a significant change in tone for Mr. Lee. Change in tone. This means that I used to talk one way about something. I had a feeling or I expressed myself in one way, but now I'm going to change my tone. Just like if I started talking like this, that's a change in tone. So I'm going to change how I express myself about something. So in this case, about unification. So a significant change in tone for Mr. Lee, who had until now treated integration as an extremely distant and theoretical concept. So an extremely distant and theoretical concept. So extremely distant meaning that it's not something we're going to think about. It's so far away we're not going to think about it. And theoretical concept, of course, it's something that's just a theory, okay? So in this case, unification is considered an extremely distant and theoretical concept. Okay, moving on to paragraph number 3. The time has come to start discussing. So the time has come to, okay? The time has come to. It's now time to start doing something, okay? The time has come to something, all right? To do something. So in this case, to start discussing pragmatic policies. Pragmatic meaning something sensible, something that we should do, something that makes sense, something that has to happen, okay? Pragmatic, very good word there. Pragmatic policies, Mr. Lee said in a speech to mark the 65th anniversary. To mark means to celebrate, to indicate something, right? To mark something is to indicate something. So a speech to mark the 65th anniversary. So this speech is to talk about specifically, or in reference to specifically, the 65th anniversary of the peninsula's liberation from Japanese rule. Reunification will definitely come. Okay, so there you go. There is the story, and there are 9 different phrases and expressions and vocabulary that'll help you talk about this particular topic. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.